Before you get too far into QBO, it's always good to do some of the setup pieces. These items will provide a little bit of additional information and also set up a few different areas such as your invoices and your 1099s. It's sometimes really good to just get this information added and done and into your QBO before you get a little bit too busy and then you completely forget. So you're going to go into the top right, that gear icon. This gear icon has a bunch of different really cool items, some shortcuts that are really important. But for right now, we're going to go into account and settings. When I select that, we have, as is a familiar trait of QBO, a bunch of different options on the left-hand side. It first starts with company. So we want to get the company's name, a beautiful company logo, and then also add in your EIN. Or if it's just you personally, we would add in your social, again, only if you're comfortable with that. We would also provide the tax form. If you're not sure, you can talk to your tax professional and they will assist you. And then also not sure is an option. And then again, here is where we can put in that industry information. We can have a company email and then a customer facing email. So if you have a customer service team or another person in your business that's assisting, or you just want to keep everything separate, when somebody has a question about their invoice, you can log into a different email box. That's what we would use there. Add in a company phone number, a website. And then we also have a few different options for company addresses. So one could be the company address. One is an address that customers would see on their invoices. And then we also have a legal address. Sometimes these are different, sometimes they're the same, but QBO gives us the option to customize those as needed. We also have an option for billing and subscription. This is really great because it shows your company ID. This is a very unique number that is tied to your specific QBO file. So sometimes you might need that if something goes wrong and you need to talk to QBO chat. Maybe a payment is missing, or I don't know, anything weird can kind of happen. Maybe the bank feed is broken and you can't get it back on. This will allow that chat representative to take a look at your file specifically. We can take a look at your usage. This is more if you need to upgrade your QBO file, and it provides some of the different functionality that would be available if you did upgrade it, if you need to. Sales, this is different customization features that you can use for your invoices and your clients. So one of the big ones here is going to be this net 30. So net 30 means that when a customer receives your invoice, they have 30 days to pay that invoice. So most of the time, I want my money now. I don't want to wait at all. So that would be considered due on receipt. There are a few preloaded options that are just fairly common, net 15 and net 60, but normally I want to switch over to due on receipt. And you can also add a few more items. I'm just going to click save there. We have late fees, product and services, some different options. If you want to send statements that show how many payments the customer has missed, how many invoices they still have open. And then also, if you wanted to customize your invoice, you do have that functionality available. We'll go over that in a later video. We do have some options on expenses, but the main is going to be in our advanced side. So payments, this is for merchant payments, so credit cards and debit cards, and maybe an ACH bank transfer. QuickBooks can assist you with all of those payment processing. It is kind of nice. You send them an invoice through QuickBooks. They can click on a link, they put in their credit card, done, it's paid. So that's kind of up to you, but you can apply for a merchant account through this feature. Time, this is related to if you have employees that want to track time. And then our advanced features, this one, I try to always make sure I want to change my accounting method to cash. In most cases, small businesses are going to be cash basis, taxes default to cash basis. So I just want to make sure that my QuickBooks file is also doing a cash basis. Another thing that I generally change is this automatically apply credit. So I want to turn that off. I don't want QuickBooks to see that a customer has a credit and then apply it to an invoice automatically, because sometimes credits are wrong, or maybe a credit is intended for an invoice in particular. So I like to have that control of going in, reviewing the client, and applying the credit as I see fit. So that's why I turn that off. And then we have a few different options on dates and numbers. And then also QBO does have the functionality to support other currencies. One of the things I like to remind people is that once you turn this on, you can't turn it off. So if you just have one invoice, or maybe you're only in France for a month and you don't have any other plans to be out of the country, I would probably hold off on that and just do the currency exchange manually. But if you are consistently working with a client or a vendor that's outside of the country that wants to see invoices and bills in their particular, home country denomination, then maybe turning on multi-currency is something for you. So lots of really fun things to kind of check out. Like I said, it's really great to get this set up before you even start anything else, because it is something that can easily be pushed off to the side. And then when you need it, you're just like, oh no. And it has really great functions that could be pretty useful and save you time in the long run.